And hello, and this is Easy the Gamer, and this is like a bit of a review on my last impression of the game, after I finish it. So there's not going to be gameplay here per se, so yeah, this is something new that I'm doing. I don't know if I'm not good with this thing or reviewing anything, but I'm going to try. Anyway, as always, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you like this video, and leave a comment or anything you want to talk about concerning this game or maybe the channel. And yeah, don't forget to ring the notification bell, so don't forget to give it a ring, and that's it. So yeah, so let's begin. I finally finished the game, and overall it was an enjoyable game, but it was a very disappointing ending. At least the ending that I got. Maybe eventually maybe I'm going to do some post game videos about the other possible outcomes of the game. I went to look on the internet some of the other options, so I'm going to try them to see what's the difference and everything. But overall, so I got the good ending, I believe. But it was disappointing the way that it was shown. They didn't show us if the girl actually lived. We know she was dying, but the idea was that if once she get to the position, she was supposed to gain a bit of energy with the chroma and everything, but they didn't. And another thing, the game didn't show us again. Maybe it's this version of the game that have many cut moments, doesn't have the whole game or anything. I don't know, but we know that one of the flashback that Lucas had, it showed him like going into the, how do you say, going into the, sorry, some of the gallery, some of the, how do you say, some of the pictures and everything, artwork. But yes, they didn't show us what Lucas actually saw in the hangar. We saw the supposed artifact, which I didn't see really. I just didn't see anything. Maybe I didn't notice. I don't know, I was a bit disappointed with how they did the revelation and everything, especially towards the end. I like some of the twists and turns, but at the same time, the way they presented, I was not satisfied. The tile it just felt weird because at the end, look, this game didn't have a lot of characters to begin with, but like for example, Tyler, at the end he disappeared in the game. Before the game even was ending, he already was gone. Then Carla was there, but at the end she wasn't present per se, only at the end. So it was very weird. And not only that, I know that they wanted to do like, oh yeah, the detective falls in love with the supposed killer and everything, but there was not enough interaction between these two for them to actually have a relationship, so it was weird. So I'm telling some of the negative things, but I said reviews shouldn't talk about a lot of the plot points and everything, but so this is going to be like a sport or something. I don't know. you know, the game has some, you know, the mechanics in the game, the gameplay per se is very old, so you can expect like a very innovative way of playing it. But the game, I think it began really strong, but then, and as it progressed, I think it was really good, but then it went towards the end. Once we finally discovered that what the prophecy, why all of this is happening, it went quickly. It was one thing after the other. It's just they didn't give enough time for us to digest the information that they were giving us. For example, for me, it wasn't clear if Agatha, by the way, if she was actually a bad person, or if she was killed and then the Purple Clan, as they were called, were actually making an impersonation of her. But we don't know, you know. At least I didn't see it. The Marcus, this is another character. They didn't tell us what happened to him. The other guys that helped us, we didn't know anything. We know that Lucas married Carla. They told us that. They told us a lot of other things. But you know, I just felt disappointed towards the end. What is this? This is a room. Maybe Agatha's, maybe. So yeah, I think this is the original name. Fahrenheit, the final countdown has already begun. So yeah, it's just that it felt like they rushed the ending. But other than that, the game was really good, you know. But in the end, they dropped the ball there. I wouldn't like them to do something more, you know, but you know, that they did what they could. Definitely, this is a really old game, but the story was interesting, you know, because toward the end, it was not a matter of, like, for example, something that surprised me was, it wasn't that the characters, you know, like this prophecy was something that was like activated. You know, it wasn't triggered by at least I didn't see it like that. It wasn't triggered by the purple and the orange clan. It was something that was destined to happen. So everyone was desperate to actually discover the truth so that the war can actually continue. So it wasn't like, oh, we had to stop the bad guys because they're going to destroy the world. No, the world is going to end. Very interesting. Yeah, this is Carla's apartment. But yeah, there was some other thing. It was disappointing, the ending, you know. But overall, at this point, the only 3 games that I play of Quantum Dream are Indigo, Heavy Rain, and Beyond Two Soul, and definitely this is a clear 3rd place. I cannot give it more than that. One thing that I like about this game is the mechanic of changing from one character to the other. I did like that. Actually, in Heavy Rain, I don't think they have that thing. So just seeing some of the artwork here. And this is the scene of the kid. The kid in the park. Like this, Captain Jones. I believe we only saw him like 2 times. But it just felt like in the end, some of these characters that they were really cool and good, but they just, like Tyler, he wasn't involved in the end. Carla wasn't involved either. The end felt pretty easy, and the way this guy died, it was very anticlimactic, that was very disappointing, especially the other one, from the Purple Clan. That was even worse, like this guy. This is weird, this guy, he only appeared for a death, something that Tyler owed him, like he owed him money, and that was it. That was the whole plot line of this guy, was that, hey, you owe me some money, so just pay me off, and we have a basketball game there, and that was it. And this is the church. But then, now that I see this, comparing this game versus Heavy Rain, damn, and then Heavy Rain with Beyond Two Souls, and I haven't played the last one, Detroit Become Human, but the progress of Quantum Dream is amazing. They definitely progress a lot with the years. Now I understand why they take a lot of time to make their games, to finish them. How much? Like 3-4 years, or maybe 5, I don't know, between games. And the story of the child, she was in an orphanage, but they didn't tell us anything else, But again, overall the game was really good. It wasn't horrible. But it wasn't incredible. I'm going to say that outright here. Like, it wasn't incredible. It was a nice game to play. But I now understand why Heavy Rain, from Heavy Rain onward, the games were definitely like, I left people, oh my god, this game looks incredible. Oh, the story. Yeah, this is the monster. Yeah, here it is. Oh yes, I know that I see the numbers. Oh, okay, so that's why the monster, they seem like data or something. Were those monsters made by the Purple Clan? Yes, toward the end, Lucas himself said it, like, the Orange Clan was still the master of the world. The Purple Clan, the artificial intelligence, they were still in the network, because they are the internet in a way. They're like Skynet. But yes, overall, I think that it would have been good to actually have more information and everything. This is what they gave us. Oh, the soldier. That was a very funny moment at the end, I'm literally killing one of their leaders, the Oracle, and they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. I was shocked. How many of this are? Oh, this is the end. Oh, this is... where the heck is... oh, there's the cache with is to the left of the screen? No, to the right. He's to the right, I believe. Yeah, he's the only bald guy, I believe, in the whole picture. I believe he's bald. I don't think he have hair. I see something here before. Sequence. I don't know if this had to do. Well, if there's music, I'm going to take it out. I'm not going to. Oh yeah, I definitely not going to. This is going to be copyright either way, so what's the point? Maybe I'll do it in my own time and everything, but I'm not going to get copyright because of something like that. But yes, comparing to Indigo Prophecy and everything, yeah, so to heavier and other games, definitely this is a third place. But it definitely showed that they learned a lot with the years. Uh, but yes, I assume that this game 2000 it was like innovative and everything. I don't know, like it was never before seen controllers the way that it was an interactive drama, interactive game. This was. Remember that David Cage he wants like to. When he made this game, when he's making this game, he's trying to see it from a Hollywood kind of a deal. He's trying to break that barrier between video game and movie. Like they're like one and the same. I never watched this opening fully. I always like change it quickly. But yes, at least I got the good ending, in the end. Lucas Kane, he got married, he has a child and everything. But they didn't give. Hey, and by the way, that was one of the things we actually didn't hear the secret of the universe or everything. Like they didn't show us. They didn't tell us what was the best secret. What was the important thing. But in essence, Lucas is immortal now. Like that's a very interesting thing. Like he's like this zombie, but he's actually immortal. They can't kill him. He's pretty much dead. And this is pretty much the game. Okay, this part is one of the craziest. That part of the helicopter, that's impossible. This I could believe, but other than that, the other parts, they're not believable. like there were moments in the game where there were 2 or 3 helicopters in the same point. It was just crazy. Yeah, but I'm glad that I finished the game. And I was glad that I finally able to finally experience the first game of Quantum Dream. At least I think it's the first game of them. Yeah, this is the crazy part. They had like three helicopters at the same time. But yes, if I were to give this like a rating from 1 to 10, it would be between 6 and 7. Maybe a 7. I would give it a 7 out of 10. It was a good game. I like it. I enjoy it. So the ending is disappointing. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it's a bit of. Again, this is not. I'm not an expert in reviews. I'm just giving this is going to be like a last thoughts of the game, a bit of a review, last comment of the game, commentary of the game, because I'm really not an expert on this, but definitely recommend you playing it to see the first game of Quantum Dream. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, to hit the like button if you like the video, leave a comment for anything you want to talk about, and ring the bell. That way you can get notified of the videos. And yeah, this is Easy the Gamer. I hope you enjoyed this whole video. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and the next game. This game is going to be replaced with Heavy Rain. The next videos are going to be our Rogue Galaxy. I'm going to continue the game, and yes, until next time.